Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm Run7. How you doing? Today we're going over CleaningAgent's defense. He is 32 million TCP operating at, I believe, Diamond 3 League. Yes. And he's slowly falling because he is not building the new Warrior team currently. It's just a struggle to get them up and running. He's working on it. That new Warrior team is turning out to be pretty pivotal in Crucible. Especially if you want to be competitive, it just opens up a ton of options for you. You can start putting weird things on defense and use them to get through other stuff. Oh, he says F them. He is not working on them. He is in chat right now. If you want to be a part of these conversations, be sure to show up live Monday through Thursday, and you can come hang out in chat and help me figure these things out beforehand. Today, we had Dulom, ZKG, RolfKieran, all on voice, talking about these. Other people in chat that you may know were talking about these, giving me advice, helping me work through this. So remember, if you don't like the advice I'm giving, you go bitch to them. Also, this Friday on the 30th, I'm doing a charity stream all morning long until the blog drops. It's a 6-hour stream, the longest stream I've ever done. We're gonna have milestones for chat to try and reach, where we do crazy stuff, like I'm gonna be waxing my chest hair and just ridiculous stuff. There's gonna be some prizes and giveaways a little bit, and lots of fun stuff. So be there, help raise money for Games for Love. It's a charity that helps children in hospitals. That's happening this Friday, the 30th, starting at my usual start time until the blog drops. We're gonna have lots of different content creators stopping by for that. But let's do this defense up. We grade on 5 different criteria. It's who you're using, their power levels, their placement, some other stuff I can't remember because I don't use that intro very much anymore. But we're gonna get this done. It's Infinity Watch in room 1. It's done well. I like it. It's fine. Yeah, moving on. Team number 2. This is the Gamma team. Now, we could move Gamma to room 3 with Nova in there and then put the Unlimited in 2. If you want to use Unlimited on defense, this is the room they're going to go into. And so you just slide them over. But we got something else going on today, and it's fine. It's a different route. There's a lot of different ways you can do your defense right now. Things are kind of changing up a little bit, but this is Gamma in 2 with Nova. The only thing we want different is we want Nova built bigger in this. He's a little too small to hang with his team as is. And take him to 95. You really want that 95 stat boost. He's one of the characters that really gets magnified going from 94 to 95. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, start taking some tunes up to 95 and just watch those power levels jump to just ridiculous proportions. So I'm gonna go A- on this. We just need a little more effort on Nova. Team number 3 is the Young Avengers. We don't like Quicksilver in here. He is a hero brawler and meshes with the team pretty well. There is some RNG things that can possibly happen, but we like the passive stat boosts that America Chavez gives the team. Just put the 5-piece in here. It catches people off guard. It's a team that you got to take pretty seriously. They're old, but if you've got them built, they work really well. It's kind of like that Infinity Watch team. They're rugged, they survive, they take lots of hits. You got to treat them with respect if you want to take them down, and they don't need Quicksilver to be any better. There's better things you can be using Quicksilver for on defense and on offense. So for me, this is a B. I don't like it. I want the straight 5-piece. Alternatively, you could slide this into, or you could replace this with Gamma and put the Unlimited back into if you want to go with that. But I kind of like these first 3 teams. I just want those little tweaks to them. All right, team number 4 is the Wakandans. Of course, they are going to get a call out to the Mo team. Masters of Evil is just going to destroy this team, regardless of the fact that we took out Shuri. Why did CleaningAgent take out Shuri? It's because he wants to change up the timing of the way this plays out. So if you're going for that big Kang Bang ultimate, or you're just trying to clean them up quickly and efficiently, it times out differently, and you have to play the match a little bit differently to get that same nice, sweet, low score. I would like to see this team up over 1 million points when this happens. I'm not sure if they're big enough to make a difference. I think that it might still play out somewhat the same. At the higher levels, this can give you an extra 2 attacks to finish it off in its most efficient form. I don't know if that's going to work under 1 million for TCP, but it's something to do. I'm not going to dock him. The team's going to lose to Masters of Evil no matter what you do. It just doesn't matter. So we're having some fun because it's late in season 3 and we are dead sick of these rules, Scopely. Please change them. They're gonna change them. They're gonna change them, guys. Don't worry, they will. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this an A- right now. The only reason it gets the A- is because I'd like to see the team over 1 million, not because we swapped out Shuri. Shuri's the thing that we can do. All right, team number 5. This is where we want Quicksilver. Swap out the Witch for Quicksilver. She's gonna be coming in as his summon anyways. So let's make that happen. Of course, again, Quicksilver not big enough to hang with this team, so he needs a little bit of investment as well. But even at his current level, it would be better to have him in here on this. Alternatives for Darkhold in room 5 would be the DeathSeed with Apocalypse. A lot of people are doing that, and then they're using the Undying compositions to go into room 6 on that Rebirth team. So that's a thing you can do, but I like Quicksilver in here. I also like APOC in here as the 5th, but APOC's pretty necessary on offense. So if you think you can hack it without using APOC on offense, then that is the superior choice. But I really highly recommend that we just go with Quicksilver in here. I think that's working the best. I'm running a 5-piece like this right now because I was using Quicksilver on offense with my DeathSeed team into room 6. But we're all moving that around now. Okay, so for me, this is an A-. I think there is a better composition than this, but it's still pretty good. I like the placement, the power levels, the ISOs are great. It looks pretty good otherwise. I think we should just move Quicksilver in here and make sure he's sitting at the top of his power levels. All right, and in room 6, this is the Rebirth team, and this is where Shuri got placed. Now, before you say anything, Winter Soldier is the better solution. What we're doing here is we're trading damage for more health and a bit more RNG. There is the possibility that we could get energy to Agent Venom on his first turn from Shuri, and he does his ult. That would be pretty cool. Agent Venom needs to be built up bigger. The whole Rebirth team needs to be built up bigger, in fact. But that's something that's cool and could happen, but the energy could just as likely go to anybody else and not get the value out of it. We could also be helping Peggy with healing and keeping her alive so that she can do her thing. This is more of a timeout team than a team you're gonna lose to now. Okay, they're not doing enough damage. Hulk in here as a striker is probably a good choice as a striker because he's the only striker and he's the damage dealer sitting 50,000 bigger than anybody else. So that's okay. If it were all equal footing, I would say make him a healer and then, you know, bring in Winter Soldier is probably the ideal one. But again, it's season 3 and we're bored out of our mind and we're trying to do something fun and different. And if you feel like risking it and playing around, this is kind of fun to do. So I'm gonna go A- because it is not the superior choice. But it's more that the Rebirth team needs to be built big than you're taking Winter Soldier out for funsies. Maybe it's just I'm in a good mood today and feeling like grading lightly. It's not like I'm giving CleaningAgent special privileges just because he's a friend of mine, but it's because I'm bored out of my mind with this and I like seeing different things. So it's pretty good. Anyways, I like Shuri in here for funsies. It's not the ideal choice. Winter Soldier is the better choice, but whatever. Also, Zemo in place of Hulk is another thing you can do. I don't like Quicksilver in this room. Excuse me. I don't like Quicksilver in this room. I think Quicksilver belongs in 5. Wakanda is whatever. It's just boring as heck in here, so it's nice to switch things up and have something to talk about. Over here, the 5-piece is what we wanted. Gamma with Nova is great, but we need Nova built bigger. And then, of course, Infinity Watch is just fine. This team is proving to be really valuable in a lot of game modes to this day. One of the best places you could have invested in. Don't build them now if you haven't already. It's too late. But man, for those of us who did back in the day, we're loving it. We're getting lots of value out of this team. Anyway, if you want your defense featured on Defense Up, links are in the description below. Find me on Discord. Shoot me over your screenshots. I'll get you on the list. It's moving a little slow. I'm stacking some people up. I'm going to try and get on it, but it's summertime and my kids are home all the time. I can't get anything done these days. We're trying. Remember, there is the charity stream this Friday, the 30th. On Twitch. Those links are in the description as well. Be sure to set your alarms and everything to be a part of that. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna raise some money. I'm gonna sell out like crazy because I get to do it for somebody else. That's my favorite time to sell out. And we're gonna make that happen. Remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourselves and others too, and I'll see you next time. Bye.